Today's fraction lesson is on mixed numbers and improper fractions. A fraction is a number that names equal parts of a whole or parts of a set. It represents division. The top number is called the numerator, and that's the parts you have. The bottom number is called the denominator, and those are parts in the whole. There are two types of fractions. We have proper fractions and improper fractions. A proper fraction is a fraction that's less than one whole. In this case, 3/4 is represented with 3 green boxes out of the 4 that make up a whole. An improper fraction is more than a whole. Here we have 8/3. So we have 8 orange boxes, and each 3 make up one whole. So we have more than one whole. With improper fractions, we can change them into mixed numbers. A mixed number is a whole number with a fraction. Here we can take our 8/3, group them in together, and call it 2 and 2/3. Here's one whole, here's 2 wholes, and then we have 2 out of 3 parts of the next whole. Looking at these fractions, which fractions below are mixed numbers? Let's take the magnifying glass over and look. We see 4 and 7/10, 1 and 1/2, and 2 and 3/4. Notice they all have a whole number with a fraction. When we change an improper fraction to a mixed number, we have to remember that the bar is a division bar. So we're going to be dividing. (31) divided by 6 is 5 remainder 1. The remainder becomes the numerator over the denominator. So let me write that out just a little bit better. We had 31/6. So we're going to take 31 parts and divide them into groups of 6. 6 goes into 31 5 times. 6 times 5 is 30, with 1 left over. This number becomes the whole number because we have 5 wholes. The remainder becomes the numerator of the fraction, and the denominator is still 6 because we have not changed the size of the pieces. We know that 6 still make up one whole. So here are the steps I'd like you to write into your notes. Step 1, write the improper fraction. Step 2, divide the numerator by the denominator and make sure you have a remainder. Step 3, the quotient, which is the answer, becomes the whole number and the remainder is put over the denominator. Take a moment and put these steps into your notes. Here are some examples I'd like you to try. 25/6 if you change it to a mixed number, and 14/3. I will do the first one with you, and you try the second one on your own. So the first step is we're going to divide. 25 divided by 6. 6 goes into 25 4 times, and that's 24. So we have 1. Remember, our quotient is our whole number, And our remainder is the numerator, because we have one part left, and there are 6 parts in the whole. So 25/6 becomes 4 1/6. Go ahead and do 14/3 into your notes now. Now let's look at some improper fractions. Can you spot the improper fractions? Let's see if you're right. 14/3, notice that the numerator is larger than the denominator. 4/3, and that's it. Now we're going to change to improper fractions, and I'm going to use a picture for this. First of all, we have 5 3/6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wholes, and then we have, of the 6 parts in that one, we're going to use 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut all 5 of these pieces up into 6 parts. Now I could count 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. However, isn't it easier to say 6 times 5 or 5 times 6 equals 30? And then I have 1, 2, 3 more pieces that I need to add. So now I have a total of 33 pieces. How many pieces make up a whole? 6. So that's going to be my denominator. Here's a little video to show you how also. 5 times 6, and then add 3. So 5 3/6, you can leave like that, and we're going to start from the bottom and come around. 5 times 6 is 30, and then we're going to add the 3 remaining to get 33/6. Here are the steps I'd like you to write into your notes. Changing to improper fractions. Number 1, write the mixed number. Number 2, multiply the denominator by the whole number, and then add the denominator. In this case, 4 times 2 plus 3 is 11. And then step 3, put the resulting number over the original denominator to produce the improper fraction. Notice the bottom number, the denominator, is still 4 because there are 4 parts in the whole. Here are 2 examples. I'll do the first one, and I'll have you do the second one. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 9 times 11 plus 5. And again, if you'd want to draw your circle or your arrow, that will help you. 9 times 11 is 99, plus 5 equals 104. So writing it for my final answer, 104 with a denominator of 9. You try the second one. See what you get for an answer. Here's some more practice problems. There are 4 here. Change the mixed numbers below to improper fractions, and change the improper fractions to mixed numbers. Be sure to show your work and bring it back to class to be graded.